Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, the altcoin market quite friendly today. Lots of movements, a lot of green movements as well. Bitcoin not really motivated to do anything, which is okay. Altcoins are catching up. Bitcoin, I've added a white bullish breakout count. I just didn't have I did have it on the chart already. I just didn't have the micro count on the chart. I did already mention that the wave 4 here could already be finished, but obviously then the 34,110 level needs to stay in place, and it would have completed a so-called running flat correction and could move up from here. But I haven't got enough evidence to say this is what's going on. The yellow wave count basically, and that's sort of what I'm following primarily, but to be honest, it could go either way. But there's one key level that is the pivot between the two, and I slightly prefer a C wave to the downside, but we'll see. Bitcoin doesn't even want to get close to support anymore, okay? So whenever that's the case, whenever it's been the case in the past few weeks and months, that Bitcoin just doesn't want to follow through on a projected, let's say, a C wave to the downside, still within an overall uptrend, right? But just sort of that last leg of the correction. It sometimes means that Bitcoin wants to take the more direct route, but it then is very, very, very sloppy off the lows, so it doesn't give us any clear impulse. But that's okay, because it would be a wave 5. A wave 5 can be a diagonal pattern. So I'm still watching for a C wave down. We need to consider this option still. We have a confirmation that the white wave count is running if we get a break above 36K. That would be the X wave high. And I've got the projections here for the different waves on the chart. So the third wave, for example, should reach ideally sort of 36,180, 36,470. And then we get the wave 4 pullback, and the wave 5 should, ideally reach like 37K. But ideally, and that's what doesn't really fit in, ideally, I'd like it to push a little higher to get sort of above 38K, but that will depend on the subdivisions. So we take it level by level. On the daily time frame, the ideal target for the wave 5 is sort of around 38.2 to 43K. But you need to understand that's not a minimum. So it doesn't need to get there. It's just ideal. So it can always be a bit shorter. If it fills in these 5 waves, it might not really get above 37K. But we'll see. That's not even anything that I follow with confidence at this stage. It's just a bullish route, because I don't want to leave you without a microstructure how this could be filled in if wave 4 already bottomed. It's always worth knowing. The videos can only really be a snapshot of what's going on right now. So if after the video we break out to the upside, at least you know sort of roughly the levels, the fib extensions to watch out for. On the flip side, that key pivot that divides the white count, which is basically the more direct breakout count, and the yellow count, which also will and should at least lead to should lead to a breakout to the upside afterwards, it still suggests a pullback before. And in this count, we have a WXY structure, WXY, and in the Y wave, we have an A, B, C, and in this B wave, we're sort of stuck in resistance. So basically, the C wave is still we're waiting for it to unfold. But we're stuck in resistance because B wave resistance is typically around the golden ratio, 61.8 retracement and 78.6 retracement. And because it's respecting that so well, it suggests that the yellow count definitely has a good chance to play out. But you could also argue it would be extremely ugly, but potentially an inverse head and shoulders here. But yeah, we'll see. This is resistance. Again, breaking each of these levels, looking at the micro structures, would add weight to the white count, in my opinion. That's here 35,270. It's the 61.8 retracement level, and then 35,600 basically. It's a very important one. It's the 78.6 retracement. Getting above that level, that would, I think, shift probabilities towards a more direct breakout. But really, we only have confirmation with a break above the X wave high at, basically 36K. But again, confirmation isn't certainty. So don't look for certainty. I just show you the ideal pathways at the moment. While I record this video, however, Bitcoin is quite neutral and it's not motivated to do anything. Needs to get off the couch and just do something. But yeah, the key level that distinguishes is down here, that X wave low, basically 34,530. As long as we're holding that, technically the white count is valid. below that, it definitely will put the yellow count in control. That's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.